ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, beautiful Anna is next to me. Anna is an actress and a model, and we met at one of the events that Rick Davey, who was just here a few minutes ago, at his fashion show, and then I think I took some pictures and videos of Anna on the runway, and we spoke. I don't know if we did interview that day or not. I don't think so.
Sure.
We just no, we didn't do anything on camera, but a few days ago I was quite honored to have Anna walking in my Game of Thrones style fashion show at Skyroom, and hopefully she has a good memories and about it, other than the fact that I gave you a ride to that place, but not all the way to your home, because I was driving a Canelli and other folks with me. It was really long ride.
To the subway. He made me jump to the subway with all this like pink makeup all over my face, and I looked hilarious, and I was just so mad at him. And then next morning I was like, it was actually a good show. I had good time. I had really good time. And even this pink crazy makeup subway ride home, it felt more like fun rather than, something bad that I couldn't handle. So it was okay. Thanks a lot for having me there.
Did you saw the pictures by Dawn? Because I saw already two photographers, Dawn and Vinny, already posted their pictures.
Really? No. You forwarded me pictures from Dawn. Yes, and I saw them. They are actually really nice. I love them. I haven't seen Vinny's pictures yet.
Today he posted some.
Unfortunately, I didn't have time.
And later tonight we'll have more videos from Acanelli, the guy, you remember the guy with the crunches. So we'll have a couple of guys editing their videos. What was the highlight of the show for you? What was the worst moment?
The highlight.
What did you like best?
I didn't expect the bridal collection to be this pretty. Seriously, almost all the dresses were just to die for, really beautiful, and I enjoyed that.
They're supposed to glow in dark, but they didn't turn off the lights, so we had some issues. Number one, my music guy didn't show up, so we had to work on the regular music rather than my music. Number two, the light director did not come, so the lights did not go off. The dresses are glow in the dark; they're fluorescent. So we suppose.
Speak about it. No one will notice it, like ever, because show was great. Everyone loved it. Audience was really amazed. People were clapping, applauding. Everyone was super excited about it. Models also. It seemed like everyone enjoyed the show pretty much.
Did you like better? Did you like the boots? Did you like because I thought the runaway bride running in the boots should be funny, and the models actually did not run. They just walk like it's the heels.
It was just tiny, really tiny runway, and we didn't have an opportunity to run, because if you were running, you would literally make 3 steps and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Tops. 3 steps, tops. So that's why, we decided to kind of walk. But bridal dresses, they definitely made the show. They were very, very beautiful, especially when on our way home you share the story of how you created these dresses. I was really amazed and surprised. I didn't expect them to be that pretty, honestly. Boots were interesting. It's something new. It's something different. They were like a little bit like rough. But it's definitely something on the side of, high fashion. It's not something that you would wear every day, but when you look at it,
definitely not for everyday.
Yeah, but it's crazy how much time and effort people put into each piece, and it's all handcrafted. It's like
did you saw Anita collection, and did you saw Laurent collection? I don't know if you look
really colorful pieces. Yeah. And girls, oh my god, girls were so hot. yeah, I saw that collection too, but I was not walking for that. That's why.
Gotcha.
That's why.
If Anna would allow me, I will open a little secret. As you can see, Anna is quite pretty, and but she's taken, and there is someone that she cares about, and hopefully, one of my dresses will fit, and they will have it at their wedding. So look forward for the maybe wedding shoot with Anna at her wedding. She has a friend who will take pictures for her.
Yeah, I would love to do that. It's not actually a wedding. We have, at the moment, we are experiencing this like a little bit of rush situation when we just have to get married really fast. So we're doing this really fast, and we don't really have a lot of time to get prepared for that. But at the same time,
Look for the location.
I'm a girl. I want pictures in white dress. There's nothing wrong about it. I want pictures in white dress. So yeah, I really hope that you can borrow me that dress for a couple of hours, and I'll pretend I'm all like romantic bride.
Can you talk a little bit about your inspirations as an actress, not just a model? Because modeling usually opening doors for many girls, but once they start doing the runway and other shoots, they go to voiceover and they go to the acting, and maybe you have other talents in life.
I do. Yeah. Probably I should start with speaking a little bit about how I started modeling and acting. Well, I got my master's degrees in finance. I've been working in international sales and business development and international marketing for 6 years. Then I moved here to New York, and the very next day, or maybe was it a second day after I moved here, I went to Brooklyn Public Library to print out my green card application form, where I was stopped by one of the designers from Brooklyn Fashion Week, and she politely asked me to go attend a casting for a fashion show. And I was like, are you serious? Like, I've never done that in my life. And she's like, yes, please, I want you to be in my show. Well, I got all confused, and it sounded a little bit suspicious, because when you think about models, most of the time you have this certain image in your head. It's like this extremely tall, very, very beautiful girl, with this long hair. And I was just wearing some chucks, had no makeup on, had some messy bun on my head. I was like, me modeling? You girl must be blind or something. And eventually I went to that casting, and I made it. I made it to Brooklyn Fashion Week. I made it to another fashion week, and then I started doing a lot of runways, and we shot a couple of lookbooks. You can see only me, on website of And Again company. They are creating these amazing sustainable jeans, and L'Officiel and Bazaar were even...
I think I filmed that show.
Yeah. They posted articles about them, and even Vogue USA mentioned them in a few articles. So they're really nice, and I'm very glad and grateful for this opportunity to represent all their designs and being face of brand, if I can say so. So it's really exciting. Also, Dynasty George, we were shooting lookbook for her, and it keeps rolling. It's like a snowball once you start doing something.
What are the dangers of being a model? What do you think?
Advantages?
Advantages and dangers.
Advantages, 100% that you meet a lot of people, and most of the people you meet, they are very talented, really gifted, sometimes crazy, but in a good way. And you get a lot of connections. You are surrounded by people with very similar mindset, and it's fun. It's very tiring. It's exhausting, but it's fun in the end. Dangerous sides, like downsides, of course, especially if you are just starting your career in modeling. The downsides are, well, the very first and the most, like the worst downside is meeting wrong people. You can meet someone who pretends to be like a photographer or producer, and in the best case, they will not pay you. In the worst case, it can be like, whatever, I don't want to talk about it.
How do you root them out? Like, how do you feel like who is who? Do you check their Instagram? Do you check if there is a mutual friends, if there is a reference, if there are other complaints online? How folks can avoid those mistakes to be taken?
You can always check. Yeah, actually, I started with checking Instagram. You definitely can find some connections. You can find some people you know among their followers or people they're following, and it's pretty easy to have like this general picture, the general image of a person. If he's a real photographer or like a real producer or casting director or, you know, blah blah blah, whatever, he most definitely will have some pictures from runway shows, pictures with some designers on their Instagram, and so on. Then after that, you can just Google this person's name and see, just check some projects that he or she's been involved to, and it's not that hard, but it takes some time to do your research. And if you're just starting modeling career, you can't just add this person on Instagram and see that like now I have it, like, okay, I already have like 50 connections in common and 50 mutual friends, so most likely this person makes sense, you know, not full of interesting stories. So yeah, you just have to do your research 100% just to keep yourself safe.
My next question is, as you probably know, I have a channel called A Little Bit Extra. And this channel is a charity. It helps people to make a little bit extra cash, a little bit extra hope. It's helping people to make additional income. Is there a way for the models to make a little bit extra money on the site, like in a legal way, like maybe like as a photographer assistant, as the like a light assistant? Maybe there are ways like how models like refer gigs to photographers, like make money. Do you know any like ways how models can make additional income besides like being a model, but in addition to that?
I got you, but at the same time, this question sounds pretty painful because as a model, you spend so much time, effort, money, energy on being, you know, pretty and friendly and be confident, be on time, getting all your like hair, like nails done, and you know, just maintaining this. It's
painful.
And I'm pretty sure that every model deserves getting paid nicely. And the question of getting extra money, being a model, but getting extra money on a side, that is a little bit strange. I don't want questions like that, because I think that a model...
Let me rephrase that. So let's say I'm friends with a number of models, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes a model also knows how to do makeup and hair. So if you're just a model and you can walk, or it's one pay, but if you can do your own makeup and hair, that's additional pay. It's more the model who experience like that will get paid like as a makeup person, as a hair person, as a model. And instead of bringing like 3 people on the set, you can have just 1 person. Model also can understand like a location, knows like a lot of interesting locations that photographer, let's say out of country, would not know. So if she act as a scout for location, and she provides additional space, like proper space for the shooting, she also can get paid for her knowledge of location. Model often have access to the fancy events like a high-end VIP parties. So if model can take, let's say, wear a dress and even take a couple of selfie pictures with her cell phone on a fancy event and provide those pictures to the designer, and designer can put them on the Instagram instead of paying the fee to be in that event, they just hire the model who will just snap a couple of headshots. She can make extra money. That's what I mean by this. I understand everybody deserves, photographers deserve to get paid, models, everybody deserve, but it's not about entitlement. It's about like the industry is not fair. It is what it is. It's a cutthroat industry where everybody like willing to do it for half price or for free or even pay to be in. So like models who want to make money in this, it's really difficult life, because a lot of girls are born here who have tremendous estate in their family. They love fashion. They don't need to get paid. They have houses, buildings, and lots of properties. And they just love fashion, and they model, and they undercut guys like you who are trying to make a living out of it. Because if a girl can spend 20,000-30,000 on dress, and she buys herself in a show, rather than you have to get paid, let's say $200 to be in a show, when your father can pay $3,000-5,000 for you just to cover your expense, that's a difficult way to compete. So in this industry is not really fair. Who deserve what it is what it is. That's how it's very competitive. Like a movie business is quite competitive, and fashion is extremely competitive.
Wow. Okay. Hair and makeup. Like you started with that. Let's start with that. Okay. I think it's pretty mandatory for every model actually to be able to do some light makeup and just brush her hair and style it in some basic way, just have some waves or something, or make a messy bun, because sometimes you don't have a lot of hair and makeup artists on set, or it's just not enough time, and you have to be able to take care about yourself. I'm not talking about some crazy artistic makeup and stuff like that. At the same time, if it's a real professional runway and a real professional photo shoot for a big brand, most likely, like 100%, they're gonna have separate people on set in charge for different parts of the process. If it's a serious brand, they will not allow you to do your own hair and makeup, because it doesn't make sense. And if you're standing there posing and a photographer is taking pictures of you, and you have like some oil, like grease on your skin, or yes, you cannot. You should have this specially trained person who's gonna come and fix it for you. But for shoots, like let's say not that professional, it's better. It's better to be able to do that. Again, working as assistant with photographer, it takes a lot of time, and it makes sense if you really want to continue working in photography, if you really feel like that. Otherwise, I don't think it's time effective.
If you have a perception in front of the camera and behind the camera, additional skill kind of makes you better, don't you think?
I think that seriously, there are two ways. Well, to be honest, almost all the models and actors who are just trying themselves in the industry and they don't have money, they work as full-time bartenders or waiters, and then they model and act on a side. So let's say it's tough. But if you're not that tight on money, and if you can pay your at least rent, and then you just need some extra money, then I would suggest everyone to, first, number one thing, try to apply to become a brand ambassador for large companies like Amazon, Google. They hire a lot of staff all the time, and working as a brand ambassador at some events, you can make up to like $40-$50 an hour, just being nice, friendly, and working there. And also, again, it's safe. If you're smart and friendly, you can get a lot of connections by working at these events, and it's pretty good money. I mean, $40 an hour, you're working 8-hour shift, you're getting...
Let's talk about brand ambassadors, because my daughter is 17, and the older one, and she thought that she's a brand ambassador for a company that makes shoes, but apparently all they did, they sold her shoes, and they call her a brand ambassador. When I try to explain to her, that's just because you bought their shoes, does not make you...
I'm speaking about like being a promo model, like promo model. So it's okay, and you won't die by being a promo model, and you won't die by promoting, I don't know, some cashew nuts or hand soap. It's not that bad, and if you want some extra money, it seriously helps. It helps to boost your to gain some self-confidence. It helps to connect with people better, and it's just good experience, and it's safe. It's pretty good money. Again, if you want to work to get some money on a side, and you already connected with some people in this industry, for example, you made a couple of runway shows, and you already know some aspiring models, and you still want to get some money, I really recommend you to learn basic photo editing software like Photoshop, like InDesign, Adobe programs. So you can start making comp cards, or you can start making suppliers for some shows. Absolutely, just even comp card or flyer. It will take you literally like half an hour tops to make one, and you can just search for market price of one comp card. So it's not that hard. And time-wise, cost-wise, money-wise, I recommend these two options among all the other options, because again, they're safe, first of all. It's very important. And it's good money, and it's not slavery.
What about budgeting for other models? You come to modeling from the finance and pretty serious background, but quite a few girls don't know how to manage their money and don't know what fees they're paying to the agency and stuff. So I noticed that some of the girls who built reputation, that they know how to budget things and produce, for example, sometimes I get sponsors, right? And one of the things that we're talking about, sponsoring, let's say, someone like you, let's say, if you want to be an actress, and to join, let's say, SAG union would cost, let's say, $3,000. Sometimes wealthy people watch my channel. So if someone sponsors, let's say, you for SAG and pay your dues, how that can transform your life? Like, would you be able to make more money as a union person? Would that kind of start your career in the Hollywood? Like, what this $3,000 can do to you?
Joining a union has a lot of benefits, of course. I am in the process of getting my paperwork done at the moment, so I can't join the union right now. I wish I could, but it's like the matter of time, maybe a couple of months, hopefully a couple of months. But it has a lot of benefits, 100%. I have a friend, we've been filming in this music video of Lil Uzi, we discussed it before. And you're fine if they even pay you for your time, you know. They don't really have any responsibilities. Again, it was like a fake blood drain, so we all got wet. As a union member, she got compensated for that. When I got home, my hair was still red after this fake blood, and I spoiled my jean jacket and I spoiled my bed sheets. And if I were a union member, they would compensate that too. But as a non-union member, I just got some memories. Well, I got what I wanted, but yeah.
You could get more.
Absolutely. As a union member, you get so much more protected. Your labor, your even like some health benefits, just everything is so much better. So if you have a chance to join union, you should definitely do that. It's an investment. Don't think about it as just some spending or that you waste your money or whatever. It's definitely an investment. It will pay off and much sooner than you expect it to do so.
May we talk before we finish? We're almost done. To close, I want to talk about prejudice, and I want to talk about different stereotypes. For example, you originally from Ukraine, and so am I. And even though you lived in Iceland for quite a while, you still look pretty much Eastern European. And in the modeling world, the Scandinavian, like a Saxon, like a American look, is such more independent. Not even like in the last show that we did, I had some issues with my folks of color that they didn't want to see that much color. They want to see like the old way fashion, just skinny, tall, blonde girls walking. Is because of the looks and because of the accent. Let's say every time on TV they have this conversation about Putin and Russian stuff, people literally tell me, "Oh, you're a KGB spy. You go back to Russia." Even though I've been here for 20 years and we came as refugees because as a Jew, I escaped the those things with my family. Do you see prejudice for your looks? Like you're blonde, you're pretty, but you're still not in the you don't look like a Scandinavian type. Does that prevent you from bigger gigs, or you who you are and you don't look at that?
That's an interesting question. I don't really know what to say because I've never experienced that.
You think?
I think that's in your mind actually, and as long as you're thinking that you're somewhat worse or not good enough or different or whatever, people will treat you like that. I've never thought that I was like worse or not as good as someone else, and people just treat me great, and I keep getting work and even lead roles, and maybe some accent.
Why they hire you for lead role? What do you think your strongest look? The bone structure, the eyes. What's your strongest?
I think that's more about personality, and there are three things. Of course, first one is some certain look. If directors or like casting directors or designers, if they love your look and they want your look, most likely they will hire you. Second thing is work ethics. It's very important to be professional, to remain professional, to be on time, that I was not today. So if you accept an offer, you should do it no matter what, because sometimes I remember these situations like girls just didn't show up just because, for no obvious reason, just because she felt like that, or like she didn't feel like going out today. Like, how is it even possible? And the third thing is personality. If you're nice and friendly and you're not trying to, if you're really trying to be helpful and you share information with other girls and you can put yourself in other people's shoes and probably stay a little bit longer. Or there are millions of situations and options like that. People really appreciate that, and they will like you. They will want to work with you in future, and just keep being a good person.
Thank you so much for coming. Hopefully you enjoy Brick Studios. It's your first time, but you think it's Anna just found out that it's all free, and the studios are free, and the equipment is free, and a lot of things like a TV is free. So a lot of things are available to the general public, which is should know that we have those things. Guys, let's find out if Anna will share her Instagram. Maybe you can follow her and take a look. She has some pretty cool pictures there. What is your Instagram?
It's Anastasia Bri. It's ANASTAZJABRI. Thank you. I'll follow back.